begin that process some more, to invite more voices to the table.
That was the last message State Senator Scott Bennett shared on the Senate floor. He died this afternoon at the age of 45. Good evening. I'm Jessica Coons.
And I'm Jennifer Roscoe. Bennett was born, raised, and built his career right here in central Illinois. Now the friends, family, colleagues, and constituents he inspired are mourning his loss. Our Capitol Bureau Chief Cole Hankey is live at the Capitol. And Cole, he made an impact on so many people.
That's right, and friends say that is evident by the outpouring support that has come over the past couple of days. Bennett is survived by his wife, Stacy, and their 2 children. And Stacy says that they're still in shock because all of this happened so suddenly. She says they'll miss the way that he could always make people laugh and how he could light up a room. Support poured in from all sides when news broke that State Senator Scott Bennett died. Everyone shared a similar message.
Scott was smart and kind and compassionate.
Bennett died from complications caused by a brain tumor. His wife Stacy released a statement Friday saying, quote, "Scott will forever be known for being an extraordinary father, husband, and friend. His quick humor and wit could light up any room he entered. We will miss his stories, the way he could always make people laugh, and his genuine kindness." Bennett was born and raised in Gibson City. He received a bachelor's degree from Illinois State University before getting a law degree at the University of Illinois, Urbana-Champaign. Before taking office, Bennett served as an assistant state's attorney in Champaign County, working with state's attorney Julia Reitz, where he specialized in crimes with child victims. Reitz says he was a natural in that job, and he took that compassion to the Capitol as well.
Scott was just a good person. He genuinely cared about everyone around him. He didn't have any ego. He, put everyone in front of him, and maybe that's why we're here.
Bennett was appointed to the Senate in 2015. He replaced Mike Frericks, who had moved on to the Treasurer's office. Bennett quickly rose in influence in the Capitol. He was the lead negotiator for prosecutors during the high-stakes debate around the Safety Act over the last month. His last message on the Senate floor was one calling for more bipartisanship in the Capitol.
We want to begin that process some more, to invite more voices to the table, and so those concerns are addressed as well. That isn't a sign of weakness. It's a sign of strength.
Now, the family is asking for privacy right now in these difficult times, but Champaign County State's Attorney Julia Reitz told me to spread the word if she's asking anybody who has a campaign sign from this previous election season for Scott Bennett to put that back out in your yard just to show people exactly how big of an impact he had in the community. Reporting in Springfield, I'm Cole Hankey, WCIA3, your local news leader.
Cole, thank you so much. Now, despite representing different parties, Senator Chapin Rose was a close friend and colleague of Scott Bennett's. The 2 made an appearance together on election night right here on WCIA3. Even though they didn't agree on the results that night, those 2 have always been brothers in arms. Senator Rose sent out a statement this afternoon. The entire Rose family is deeply saddened to hear the news of the passing of Senator Bennett. I always enjoyed the fact that when it came to local issues, we would work together without partnership. I always looked forward to seeing him around town, whether at the YMCA or the Buffalo Wild Wings, where we would occasionally run into each other with our kids. The world needs more Scott Bennetts, not less.
The governor responded quickly to Bennett's passing. He issued the following statement. Quote, "Today, the state of Illinois mourns the loss of a dedicated public servant and devoted father. Senator Scott Bennett was a good man who always operated with the best interest of his constituents in mind. The entire state is a better place thanks to his service." State Treasurer Mike Frericks had this to say: "I can't believe Scott is gone. He was a loving husband, devoted father, and to me, one of my closest friends." And U of I Chancellor Robert Jones said, quote, "We all appreciated his service, compassion, and heart, not just in his role as a legislator, but as someone who truly understood what it means to care about all of those who are part of your community." Champaign Mayor Deb Finan sent out condolences as well, saying, quote, "Our region is forever changed by his service, and I am changed by his example as a public servant. I will miss him deeply." Bennett's arrangements are still pending.